Do you feel intense emotions when you are hungry? Are you outside running some errands and don't have enough time to munch on some snacks and you get into a very intensely bad mood until you get some food in you? That's how food can affect ADHDers when it comes to the absence of food. So let's dive in and explore how ADHD and food are connected. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hi, I'm Simon, and today we are talking about ADHD and food. So if you didn't know by now, ADHD is a neurodivergent disorder mainly categorized by hyperactivity, inattention, and impulsivity, which can affect how a person handles executive functions such as planning, organizing, and prioritizing. Some studies suggest that ADHD can be linked to the brain's production of the chemical dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that helps with motivation, focus, and pleasure. Low dopamine levels have been found in many with this disorder in many people with ADHD, which can explain some of the symptoms associated with this disorder. Interestingly, some research suggests the active participation of food to achieve the stability of dopamine. So how exactly does having ADHD affect our ability to have a balanced diet? So ADHD comes in numerous traits that anyone can experience difficulty. Research suggests that having these ADHD traits can affect how we perceive food, and that it can interfere mainly in our eating habits. Sometimes our appetite depends on our mood and how we're feeling in that particular day. In fact, it's not only the case for people with ADHD, but also for neurotypical individuals as well. The differences lie in how much those traits can affect us and nutrition. I have something in my I don't know what it is. So this one time, after a very long and tiring day, I suddenly felt hungry. I munched on plenty of snacks, but I knew that I hadn't had a proper meal, and I had to get a proper meal into me to reach my nutrition requirements for the day. So when I got home, I went into my freezer and I saw all the frozen foods just waving at me, so I took one out. I tossed it into the microwave. And when I'd done that, my bin caught the corner of my eye, and I seen that it was still full from the day before. I immediately changed the bin. I sat down on the chair, I grabbed an apple from the cupboard, and then once that apple was done, I proceeded with my nighttime routine. And then after I had finished brushing my teeth and I had my pajamas on and I was all ready for bed, only then I remembered I put food in the microwave. Sometimes we get so fed up with the many activities in our daily lives that we disregard any of our routines that we ought to do, like having a regular meal, for example. So we're more likely to forget to eat because we are preoccupied with other things that we perceive as more interesting and satisfying than eating. Did you know that other studies suggest that ADHDers can be very picky eaters and have food sensitivities? It can commonly occur as a child's ADHD symptom, but can also definitely be experienced by adult ADHDers. Certain foods can make us feel more delighted because we are used to eating them, and we don't like to try and eat something else. When we crave a certain type of food, we tend to fixate on that and have difficulty coming away from that until we get it, which can cause a very restricted diet and limit the nutrients we absorb from eating. Food sensitivity and picky eating can sometimes be the reason for a imbalanced diet in people with ADHD. It can also be one of the reasons why we are more likely to have a nutrient deficiency, which can exacerbate our ADHD symptoms. A person's diet determines the nutrients that their body gets. It is important to have a balanced and healthy diet to ensure that our body gets the nourishment it needs. However, this can be pretty difficult for ADHDers. The struggles stated above can make it difficult for us to get the necessary nutrients and brain chemicals to have a balanced diet. This can further lead to difficulties in our health and a balanced life. Case in point, there are certain foods out there that can affect us significantly and make our ADHD brain symptoms worse. So people with ADHD should obviously avoid foods with high sugar, foods with artificial additives and artificial sweeteners, because they can directly affect our ADHD symptoms. So here's a list of other foods that you should be wary of while eating. So processed foods. These are usually high in sugar and artificial additives, which can further trigger our ADHD symptoms. Junk food. This is usually high in fat and calories and has artificial coloring, which can make us more hyperactive and impulsive. So soft drinks and carbonated drinks. These contain obviously a high amount of sugars, artificial sweeteners, and caffeine, which can of course heighten the ADHD symptoms. Alcohol. This is a depressant. It can make us feel more tired and lethargic and can further worsen our condition. On dairy products, and this one's new to me, but some studies show that dairy products can cause a increase in mucus production, making it difficult for us to concentrate and focus. Now, again, that's new to me. I had no idea about that, so that is something I'll be thinking about and considering taking action on, and maybe cutting out dairy altogether. So how do we maintain a healthy diet the ADHD way? So ADHD should not be taken lightly. The effects of having ADHD can be very overwhelming, and it can make the person with the ADHD struggle to live their daily lives. But eating the right foods can help you focus and concentrate more. It can improve your mood and your well-being. So healthy foods should always be a part of your ADHD diet and your meal planning. So here are some tips that you can follow to improve your ADHD symptoms by taking a proper diet. Uno number uno. Discipline is one of the most important keys to achieving a healthy lifestyle. Always check what you eat and do a elimination diet to know which intakes produce food sensitivities that may affect your ADHD symptoms. Check the food packaging of what you're going to consume to understand what works for your diet. 2. If you have no time to find out what foods give you more of an intense ADHD trait and elimination diets don't work for you, you can consult a nutritional specialist or a healthcare provider for diet interventions. They generally give you ideas on hacking your dietary patterns and providing the needed mineral supplements that your brain needs. 3. Many food can be a source of the much needed nutrients that our ADHD brain finds hard to produce. We can have seafood, specifically fatty fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids. This can be found in fish like tuna or salmon. Number 4. Foods like seeds, grains, or nuts are also a good source of vitamins and minerals. Consuming them can help with your ADHD symptoms. You could try to have some chia seeds, one of the most popular superfoods nowadays. Just soak them in water for a few minutes and you can add them to your oatmeal or various other meals. But if you're not a fan of chia seeds, you can try other alternatives like oats and quinoa, or nuts like almonds or walnuts. Number 5, fruits and vegetables should always be part of your diet, not just for people with ADHD, but everyone. These powerhouse foods rich in antioxidants can help prevent our brain cells from damage. They are also a good source of vitamins and minerals that can help improve our cognitive function. If eating them doesn't suit you, and it doesn't me, you can always make smoothies out of them. Number 6, you can also try some dark chocolate for a change. Chocolate contains flavonoids, if I'm not saying that right, which are plant compounds that have antioxidant properties. These flavonoids can improve blood flow to the brain, making you more alert and improve your focus. Just be sure to choose a dark chocolate with a high percentage of cacao to get the most flavonoids, anything like 80% or above. Number 7, water is obviously an essential part of our diet, and once again, not just for people with ADHD. Drinking enough water can improve our focus and our concentration. It can also help by flushing out all the toxins in our bodies. So there are so many things that we can do ourselves to improve our ADHD symptoms, and eating the right food is just one of them. But aside from that, you should obviously also get enough sleep, make sure you exercise, and avoid stress as much as possible. Try to follow these tips and you'll begin to see a significant difference in your symptoms in no time. Okay guys, that's the video. Thank you for watching. If you like this kind of video, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell and like, because I upload every Thursday and Friday. I think that's it really. Okay, love you, bye. It is important to have a balanced, I forgot I made a huge ass coffee mug. I didn't make the mug. I made a huge ass mug. I made, oh crap, a huge, what the fuck? What I am trying to say is I made coffee in this mug. And I had forgotten about it. Shocker. Full gas. God damn you.